أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. By the barakah of Sidi Shaykh, Sidi Mohamed Faouzi al-Karkari, قدس الله سره. Notes from lecture of May 26th, 2024. Before starting this video, I would like to say that this work would never have seen the light without Sidi Shaykh. If something is wrong, it will be from myself, and everything that is correct is from Sidi Shaykh. The disciple asked about the heavens and the earth. Sidi Shaykh started his response by referring to verse 12 from Surah At-Talaq. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allah is the one who created 7 heavens and likewise for the earth. The Prophet ﷺ clarified this matter in a clear hadith. He said, the first heaven compared to the second heaven is like a small ring thrown into a desert. The second heaven compared to the third heaven is like a small ring thrown into a desert. And so on until he said, the seventh heaven compared to the footstool, al-Kursi, is like a small ring thrown into a desert. And the footstool compared to the throne, al-Arsh, is like a small ring thrown into a desert. At this point, it's not the description of the Prophet ﷺ that has ended. It's the limit of the human intellect to comprehend and realize the creations of Allah, which include the 7 heavens, the 7 earths, the footstool, and the throne. Sidi Shaykh added that as long as Allah said, and likewise for the earth, it means that the first earth compared to the second earth is like a ring thrown into a desert. The second earth compared to the third earth is like a ring thrown into a desert, and so on. Each earth compared to the next is vast to the point that the intellect cannot comprehend. If one were to project the global shape of the heavens and the earth, as the Prophet ﷺ described them in the hadith, the earths would resemble a pyramid, and the heavens would resemble an inverted pyramid, as opposed to the earths. Sidi Shaykh added that this is a prophetic description, not a biological or theoretical science. When Sayyidina Ali Karamallahu Wajah was asked about the shape of the earth, he said that its shape is like a grain on the top of a bull's horn. It's as if the earths are in the shape of a bull's horn, and the first earth is on top of it. The same applies to the heavens, but as an inverted horn. Between that means between the heavens and the earths, there is an isthmus, barzakh, so that they do not collide. This model is used in the lecture of the different levels of the name of Majesty Allah. It's built on the verse, God is the light of the heavens and the earth. The reality of the heavens and the earth is from the light of God, and the reality of the light is from God. The same disciple asked if one can pass from the first earth to the second earth, and vice versa. Sidi Shaykh answered that one cannot pass through the first earth or the second earth. One should stay where God has placed him. His orbit, Falak, which God created him in, is the earth. As for the second orbit, the second earth, he is not allowed to access it. He does not have permission to pass through it. This is according to the intellect and the quest for exploration. One is not allowed to do this. Sidi Shaykh added that according to the hadith of Ibn Mas'ud, may Allah be pleased with him, Allah created the first earth and placed around it a ring, which is the Mount Qaf, Jabal Qaf. This means that there is the earth and around it a mountain. Not a mountain range. A mountain range implies a group of mountains, but this is a single mountain in the shape of a ring around the first earth, separating the first earth from the second earth. There is an earth, the Mount Qaf, then a sea. Then another earth, the Mount Qaf, then a sea. So how a person can pass from the first earth to the second earth? One must cross Mount Qaf, and Mount Qaf is not accessible to anyone. It's not a mountain like the Alps that can be climbed and crossed. Rather, one would get lost because Allah, the Exalted, has made this mountain protected and no thought or person can comprehend it, except by the permission of the Lord, glorified and exalted being, to whomsoever he wills to grant insight into this matter. Thus, a person remains in this earth, which is his world, wandering in it as he pleases. However, if he imagines that he can cross from the first earth to the second earth through knowledge he has acquired, or through an idea he has conceived, or through a theory he has formulated, he will indeed be lost and will stray from the path. Sidi Shaykh elaborated that the same applies to the heavens. Every heaven represents a roof to an earth. The first heaven represents a roof to the first earth. The second heaven represents a roof to the second earth, and so on. One cannot pass from one heaven to another. The best world that Allah created is the first heaven and the first earth, in which He placed the human and made him His vicegerent on earth. As for the second earth and the other earths, there are other creations living there, worshipping the most merciful, and they cannot breach the system and the space and mix up with humans. Sidi Shaykh added that there is no mountain as firm, steadfast, tall, high, and challenging as Mount Qaf, which is called the Mountain of Saints, Jabalu al-Awliya. He then referred to the verse, O assembly of jinn and humans, if you can penetrate beyond the realms of the heavens and the earth, then do so. You cannot do that without a sultan. The translation of this verse used the term authority. You cannot do that without authority. As for the original Arabic verse, it uses the exact term sultan. Sidi Shaykh explained that there is a unique sultan that can penetrate the heavens and the earth. There is no hadith or verse that one can consider as a principle or a gateway to pass through. Are there gateways? Yes. There are regions, passages for the heavens, and passages for the earths, but one cannot pass through them. Sidi Shaykh added that there is much idle talk about a gateway to another world. All this is fictional, imaginary cartoons, with no truth to it. The truth is as stated in the prophetic hadith and the noble verse. So that was all for this video. Alhamdulillah الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا إن هدانا الله. لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق. اللهم لك الحمد. اللهم لك الحمد. اللهم لك الحمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.